friends! I hope everyone's doing well. Today I thought we could talk about light and shadows. So first let's think, what is a shadow? Do you see a shadow behind my arm? Yeah, back here. So to think about shadows, first we have to think about light. Light travels in straight lines. So normally if there's a light bulb or the sun, the light will travel and shine on things. But if you block it, if you put something in the way of the light, then the light ends up on my hand. It can't get on the door back here. So it makes a shadow. So shadow is where there's no light because it can't get through. And shadows are kind of fun because we can play with them. We can do some cool things with shadows. So let's see what we can do. I'm going to turn on this light here. Alright, so now we have a light right here, so it's really easy for me to block and make some shadows. So you can make a lot of different shapes with your hands. See, my hand is here, but it's making a shadow shape of my hand on the door. If my hand is really close to the light, my hand shadow gets really big. Or if my hand gets farther away from the light, the shadow gets smaller. Because when it's close, it can block more of the light. When it's far, it can only block a little bit of the light. So that's why you can get different sizes of your shadow here. So right now I'm making a hand-shaped shadow, but we can play with our hands, put them in different shapes, and make different shaped shadows. So it's really easy if you just take your hand and squeeze it together. You can make kind of a mouth shadow here. So that can be all sorts of different animals can have a mouth like that. You could have like an alligator. Maybe if it's low down it's like an alligator, or maybe something like this could be more like a dinosaur or something. If you take some fingers and put them up, you can make an eye shape at the top. If you put some fingers up higher, maybe you can make an ear. So you can play around and see what kind of different shapes you can make with shadows. You can also use both of your hands. You can put two hands together and make kind of like a bird shape. Two hands like this, looks like a flying bird in the shadow. And after you experiment with your hands some, you can use other things to make shadows too. So if you draw a picture and cut it out, that's what I did here, and then I taped it to a pencil, and you can make a little shadow puppet. So just like your hand, if you put the shadow puppet close to your light, it's really big. If you put it far away, it's smaller. You can go ahead and make whatever shapes you want with the shadow puppets. You can make animals, people, dinosaurs, tractors, you name it. You can make it out of a piece of paper and just draw it and then cut it out. Make yourself a little shadow puppet. You can even make a little play with your shadow puppets. So one of the funny things is sometimes it looks like the shadows are touching even if your papers actually aren't touching. So you can make them do interesting things with each other. Alright, so that is shadows and light. I hope everyone thought that was interesting to hear about, and I hope you can have some fun making your own shadow puppets. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.